we've never had an issue with playing live. That's always been one of our, I guess, best things that we do. We like playing live. We take, we practice a lot. We all practice on our own. We practice as a band. So we take a lot of pride in the fact that with all these bands nowadays that have to have a MacBook behind their drummer to play backup tracks or vocal tracks or a bunch of crap they do on their albums that they can't perform as a band live, we're as live as it gets. It's just the four of us on stage. We don't play to a click track. We don't have any backing tracks for vocals or other instruments. It's just what you hear live is what we're actually playing. So we take when people ask us if there's backing tracks, we take it as a compliment that it sounds that good. Since the early days, we've gotten better as a band, tighter as a band, better players. So it just comes with practice and a lot of discipline to make sure that when fans come to see us play, they get a good show. I guess one of the things that I was influenced early on as far as what someone does on stage and just like the visual part of it that really kind of grabbed my attention was seeing like the early like live Shit Binge Purge, the Metallica live in Seattle, like seeing Jason Newsted headbanging and whipping his hair around. I always thought that was a really cool, intense visual image as far as what you see from the crowd perspective, that I've just always had this knack for wanting to whip my hair around and windmill and stuff like that. It just seems to be very fitting for the kind of music we play, and I think it just adds the intensity of the live show. So that was kind of like one of the earlier, the only thing I really comes to mind about is the actual live performance side of it is seeing stuff like that. The only thing we actually do before a set is right when our intro starts to go on stage. We all do the whole put your fists together, and we have like a little kind of war cry rally thing that we recite before we go on stage. That's kind of like the only, ritual kind of thing. It's like once we do that, it's like ready to walk on stage. So it's kind of like our bring it in, like go team kind of thing. That whole thing, we had our old merch guy that we had out with us, who's really good friends with us. He just kept calling me Bolo, and then just because my last name's Beaulieu, and everyone kind of makes little short puns of it or something like that. And I remember he kept saying Bolo all the time. I think it was referred to as like when I started drinking or whatever. I would be a Corey, and then like once I started drinking, I was Bolo for some reason. And then we actually looked it up, and like it's like a Bolo is like a, I think we looked it up on Urban Dictionary, and I think it's like means like be on the lookout or something like that. And I think like that whole thing just became kind of like another nickname. So I guess a Bolo solo is just like me playing a guitar solo, I guess. I don't really know how it really makes a connection to a solo, but it rhymes, so it sounds nice. But I really don't have a definite answer on what a Bolo solo. I think the first time I heard that was someone posted it on like Twitter the other day or something like that. So we'll have to kind of see how that plays out.